I'll put the 20 pages. So I'm delighted to, and we're very privileged tonight to receive and hear from Swami Chetanananda Maharaj. He is the minister in charge of St. Louis and Kansas City Vedanta centers in America, but he's also involved in interfaith. So he is, in fact, he was the minister of the Vedanta. He served as vice president of the Interreligious Council of Southern California, and is the president cabinet member of the Interfaith Partnership of St. Louis. But apart from all of that, he's a professional book signer, from what I can see. And he is a prolific author, and we have at least 3 or 4 of his books in the library there. So, and we hope to get his signature for that, if his right hand is up to it. And so many books he's written, translated, Bengali, various other. So if you look on his on the Wikipedia information about Swami Chetanananda Maharaj, you'll find a whole list of books, countless books there. I suppose we can't count them if you like. Anyhow, so it's my great pleasure to ask Swami Chetanananda to say a few words. When we discussed the topic, I was a little flummoxed, a little indecisive about it, and the only thing I could think of was the recent purchase that we had, namely They Lived with God, God Lived with Them. The Girish Chandra Ghosh's biography is out on loan at the moment, but I also think that he has a lot of information about Sister Lolita, a whole book worth, and so I'll ask him please to share some words with us. Thank you.
Your leg will go to sleep. Sit cross-legged weaknesses. Come on.
This chair is empty. So
Yeah,
So
there
you
is
can
a
sit on the
seat
chair.
here as well.
There's them chair there.
Thank you. There we go.
I sometimes say American knees are manufactured in different places. They don't try to bend. He Ramakrishna Maduram Tava Satcharitram Tuvat Punna Nama Maduram Maduram Padangam Sambhashanam cha Maduram Maduram cha Ganam Tat Kim Najanna Maduram Bhavati Tvadiyam. O Ramakrishna, your life story is sweet. Your name is also very sweet. Your songs are very sweet. Your conversation is very sweet. Your everything is full of sweetness. We bow down to you, O Master. Anyhow, I am asked to speak to you this evening about the living God first. I was experimenting in Hollywood in early 1970s. At that time I was around surrounded by hippies. I wanted to experiment with how Sri Ramakrishna's disciples, those who are householders, if I tell this story, is the reaction of the American people. So I gave 4 lectures, one on Girish, one on M. Girish is the Bohemian devotee of Ramakrishna. I wrote his biography. M. Another Iyer, householder disciple of Ramakrishna, who wrote the Gospel of Ramakrishna. And Gopal Erma, Gopal's mother. That woman practiced japam 16 hours a day, 30 years, and had the vision of baby Gopal. and Nagmosha. These four I experimented, and I wanted to see the reaction of Hollywood people. First I start to tell you about the name Ramakrishna. When Rama was born, his father Dasharatha asked their guru Vasishtha to give a name to his son. Vasishtha said, the son of your name is Rama. Why? There are so many names, why did you pick up that name? Vasishtha explained, Rama, Ra. What is the famous Vishnu mantra? Om Nama Narayanaya. That is the Vishnu mantra. Om Namo Narayanaya. If you take Ra from that mantra, what remains? Om Namo Naranaya. Ra is not there. The meaning becomes the reverse. Instead of salutations to Vishnu, great God, it becomes salutation to sense objects of the world. Meaning becomes reversed. What is the famous Shiva mantra? Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. If you take more from that mantra, what remains? Om Namah Shivaya. That means everything in this world is inauspicious. Everything is bad, meaning reverse. So I took the essence of Vishnu mantra and the essence of Shiva mantra and gave the name to your son Rama. Dasharatha was very happy. What is Krishna? Krishna has two derivations. One is Karshati, Akorshati. Karshati means plow. In India, the bulls, and if you put the plow, they break the land. That is the way they do the agriculture, cultivation. It breaks. What does it break? It breaks ignorance. Another meaning is akorshati, attracts. It attracts human hearts. So that is Krishna. So Ramakrishna is the combination of these two incarnations, Rama and Krishna. Swamiji was a student of Scottish College, Christian college. So his professor asked him, "You were a brilliant student. Why did you go to that temple priest and become his disciple? Shame on you." Swamiji said, "Sir, I was helpless." Why? When he was before death, I saw him. And I was thinking he was excruciating pain from cancer. If he can declare himself that who he is, I shall believe him. Immediately Sri Ramakrishna looked at me and said, "Still you have doubt. He who was Rama, he who was Krishna, verily in this body is Ramakrishna." "Sir, I saw Rama there and Krishna there." That brought me the conviction that he was the incarnation of God. Incarnation. as you know, Ramakrishna was born in 1836, died in 1886. He just completed the 50 years. You will never find another person in the religious history of the world who did so much adventure in his spiritual life. He practiced Hinduism. He had the visions of all gods and goddesses. He practiced non-dualism, 64 branches of tantras. Then he practiced Christianity, had the vision of Jesus. Seeing this picture, do you know what I was thinking? When I was a student, I had a picture of the same on my desk. And Vivekananda, these two persons are on my desk. Then he practiced Islam. After realizing God in different religions, he proclaimed as many faiths, so many gods. You see, Swamiji said, if you read the history, Buddhism spread during the time of King Ashoka. It is 250 years after Buddha's passing away. Christianity spread after 597 AD. Saint Gregory came to England and converted. It was in 597 AD. When the king and queen become Christian, the whole country become Christian. That is the way they will just spread. Those days are gone. So, Ramakrishna's, this harmony of religions is really something new, which is very, very important in this age. That Ramakrishna demonstrated in his life. And what happened? Ramakrishna's ideas encircled the globe within 7 years. Sri Ramakrishna died in 86. Swamiji is at the Parliament of Religion in Chicago, 1893. Within 7 years, his ideas encircled the globe. In the Parliament of Religions, each person is representing his own religion. Swamiji represented all religions of the world, universal religion. That is something unique. All religions, people who read his lectures, Ideals of Universal Religion, you will find what he did in America. Another thing, I sometimes say, what is the greatest contribution of Swami Vivekananda to the Western world? 4 yogas. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, raja yoga, jnana yoga. If you read these 4 yogas, you know what religion is. Nobody will be able to cheat you. That Swamiji did to the Western, for the Western world. Sri Ramakrishna, you see, it is not easy to change Vivekananda. He was a Brahmo. He did not believe in God with form. Sakarva. He did not believe avatar. God comes in human form. He did not believe in Guruvad, that you will have to worship Guru. He did not believe in Advaitavad, non-dualism. He did not believe Janmantaravad, reincarnation. And that Vivekananda was transformed by Sri Ramakrishna. Religion, if somebody is there, please come inside.
Oh.
So we see that we become the shame. Have you seen God? Yes. Not only I say, I can show you. He never heard such thing. The moment Sri Ramakrishna touched him, the whole world began to disappear. What are you doing? What are you doing? I have parents at home. Again brought the word back. Please come here, here. Sure. Yes. So again Charles brought the word that we become the shame. You know, religion is not taught, it is taught. Religion, I wrote an article, A New Religion Begins. Religion is realization. In this age, do you know who is our number one enemy? Doubt. Swami Vivekananda wrote, Samshaya Rakshasa Nasha Mahastram Yami Gurum Sharanam Bhavavedam Naradeva Devo Jaya Jaya Naradeva. Oh Master, you are born in this world to destroy one of the greatest demons one can think of. That is doubt. It is easy to kill a man by one bullet, is enough. But 1,000 bullets cannot kill that person's doubt. That's Ramakrishna ji. Doubt is the... Look, the other avatars in other ages, what did they do? Ram killed Ravana, Krishna killed some Kamsa, Jesus brought ahimsa, animal killing, Jesus brought, if you see, there are nearly, I think, 576 laws of Moses. When the religion is bound by rules and regulations, it becomes stagnant. The religion doesn't move. Christ brought the religion of love, compassion, forgiveness. Religion moved. So, Sri Ramakrishna, what is his contribution? In this age, he demonstrated the religion. No incarnations you will find so much samadhi. Anyhow, that Sri Ramakrishna born, he was trying to hide himself. First he thought that if I be born in a poor family, nobody will recognize me. It did not work out. He thought that if I am fully illiterate, people will neglect me and recognize me. It did not work out. He thought that I shall take a job which nobody likes it. Priest job, temple priest, and neglected him. He could not hide himself. Then came to Dakshineshwar. He was 17, 18 years old. The Divine Mother never spoke any untruth through my lips. Established in truth. Truth. Swamiji was also extremely truthful. Then what happened? Came to Calcutta, did not go to school, he was a dropout. Argument, he learned the alphabet. I saw his handwritings in the Lurmat archives. He could sign his name. Sometimes during when he used to make a joke, Swamiji says, "Sir, you are an illiterate man. I don't like to me in this life. I'll not have to learn anything from you." That's good, I'm not going to talk too much. You just see this beautiful garden of Rani Rashmani. And that Vivekananda came to Sri Ramakrishna later. Do you know what did he say? Sir, do you have any medicine so that I can forget what I have learned? Completely transformed. So he came and became a temple priest. Started his adventure. Mother, are you real? Or it is a fiction? And you know, his first vision came through longing, yearning. He went to cut his neck with the sword of Kali. The mother appeared. He put cotton near the nostril. Mother breathes. M wrote that I have never seen a person that who can talk God in front of human beings. Then it was Rani Rashmani who established the temple garden of Dakshineshwar, which is very unusual. Do you know why unusual? In India, Kali temple and Shiva and Kali should be in the same compound, not Krishna. But Dakshineshwar is a very unusual. Kali temple, 12 Shiva temple, Krishna temple. Very, very unusual. Krishna temple means only Krishna and Radha. Shiva temple means only Shiva. Kali and Shiva and Shakti should be there, anyhow. That is the platform. Or the avatar of this present age will play his divine play. Mothu tested him. First he offered money. Father, I shall give you this land, a vast piece of land and money. Rascal, you want to make me householder? He went to beat him. This man is not tempted by money. Then he engaged some beautiful girl. One day, Sri Ramakrishna went to do arati in the temple. A beautiful young girl came to his room. Sri Ramakrishna came back from arati and saw a beautiful girl, a courtesan, poach prostitute. Mothu engaged to tempt him. Seeing that girl, he ran and called his cousins and nephews. Hey, look, come, a beautiful girl has come. Her eyes are very beautiful. Come. And that girl ran away. That girl ran away. He's not tempted by women. Then he tried to tempt him with name and fame. He was very rich. Just worship him just like God. Please, that man doesn't have an ego. Always remember, all these human beings you see are tied by three desires. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Lokeshana, Putreshana, Vitreshana, Sarveva Ishana, Bhavataha. All these people are trapped, caught by three desires. First, Lokeshana, desire for name and fame. We want name and fame. Putreshana, desire for progeny, sex. Vitreshana, desire for money. All these, we have hundreds and thousands of desires, but all desires are in these three categories. Sex, money, and name and fame. Upanishad says that. This man is free. Romarola wrote Sri Ramakrishna's book. Do you know what did he say? Ramakrishna's eye died forever. That is Romarola's words. No ego. I remember when I was working on Holy Mother's book, I interviewed some of the Mother's disciples. I knew them. I was visiting monastery when I was 14, from 1950. I asked, Maharaj, could you tell me what you saw in the Mother? In my home, I have mother, I have sisters, I have cousins, aunts, so many women in our family. What did you see in her? He told me, did you see any human beings who is free from desires? That we saw in Mother, completely desireless. All human beings have desires. God has no desire. Desire comes from what? From ignorance. If all these human beings are rotating in three places, avidya, kama, karma, that Shankara mentioned in Vedanta philosophy. All these human beings are rotating these three places. Why do you what? To fulfill your desire. Behind the action there must be desire. Without desire there cannot be any action. And why do you have desire? Because you have ignorance. God is free from ignorance. No desire. Then I asked Swami Chetanananda in Vrindavan in 1977, Maharaj, what did you see in Mother? Tell me. You served Mother for many years. Nirubhiman, egoless. All human beings have egos. We have egos. God does not have any ego. God does not say that I built this Dublin, I built Ireland, I built this whole universe. He doesn't say. He does not come and express his ego. Human beings have ego. That is the mother. That is the sign of a divine beings, you know. That is Mother's story. Delicious life. Other disciples, you know, I have a list of the disciples that I cannot go on all of them, but I can tell you some of the highlights of some of the disciples. Sri Ramakrishna came to know about Christianity in 1874 through Swamiji. He read Bible to him and he did not know English. So Bible to him, you can push that paper in the side. So Bible to him. Then he had the vision of Jesus Christ and Madonna that originally is in San Francisco Monastery. He wanted to do some philanthropic activities. So the philanthropic activities, he said, if God comes to you, what will you say? Build some hospitals. All these things you will ask for what? He kept quiet. First seek the kingdom of heaven, everything shall be added unto you. Some of his disciples, even though some are later. Very much westernized. Anything above from the West is the best. It's the Christian missionary people. They converted many people and they were glorifying Christianity and converted people and gave us English education, of course. Ramdatta was a doctor. He declared him Sri Ramakrishna as an avatar. Sri Ramakrishna says, what does he know about an avatar? He is a doctor. Only a jeweler understands the value of a jewel, not the eggplant seller. You who are not spiritual, you cannot evaluate, you cannot understand what spirituality is. Surendra Mitra, he was a businessman. Character was not good. Heavy drunkard, alcoholic. Sri Ramakrishna never said that give up alcohol, drinking. He only said before you drink, Surendra, first offer to the mother. That restricted him to drinking in a bar. Only he drank, he will come to the, after the work, he will come and open the bottle and he will open. That way, he changed that person's character. You know, when an avatar comes, he brings a group of people. They are not ordinary. They really understand the value of an avatar. It is God's grace that we understand God. Let me tell you one Indian folklore. One king asked his minister, I have 3 questions, answer. You talk too much about God, God, God. First, does God exist? That is my first question. Second, if he does, in what direction does he look? Third question, what can he do? The minister could not answer. So he went home. His servant says, he heard about these 3 questions. I can answer those questions. Well, my goodness, I couldn't answer and you can answer. Well, yes. You take me to the king, I shall answer. All right. He took that servant to the king. This boy will answer your questions. Then the boy said that I have a condition, that I am going to be a teacher and you will be a student. So you come out down from the throne and stand on the floor and I shall sit on the throne. And then you can ask me questions and then only I can answer. All right. That servant boy sat on the throne and this man, the king, went to the floor and with folded hand now you ask me the question. Well, does God exist? Bring a glass of milk. Put it on the table. Yes. Does butter exist in that water, in that milk? Yes. But you cannot see it. You can get the butter. If you churn the milk, the butter will come on the floor, on the top, on the surface. Then you can see the butter. Does my answer satisfy your question? Yes. What is the second question? In what direction does he look? Bring a candle. Put it on the table. So he put the candle, light is on. In which direction the light goes? It goes all directions. So God looks all directions. Are you happy with my question? Answer? Yes. What is the third question? What can do? What does he do? What can he do? Look, I am a servant, I am on the throne and you are on the floor. See what God can do? I am on the throne, I am the servant. And you, king, you are on the floor. See what God can do? The Indian folklore, The Surendra Mitra, he was transformed. But do you know what? When Sri Ramakrishna died in 1886, 16th of August, most probably in the last part of August or early part of September, 12th October, most probably the Baranagar Math was established, first Ramakrishna Math. Sri Ramakrishna appeared before him in the shrine. Surendra, my children have no place to stay. Why didn't you make a place for them? So Surendra went to Swami Vivekananda's house and said, I used to give him 80 rupees per month. Please rent a place. And the boys, all of you come, and then we are householders, we shall come and rest in your monastery. In this way, first Ramakrishna Math was started. Of course, Surendra helped. Then Balaram Boshi, another rich man, came and asked, could you tell me why can I not see God? Do you love God as you love your wife and children? No, that is the reason you do not see God. Straight answer. Balaram wanted to test Sri Ramakrishna's omniscience. He brought a plate of sweets and mentally he decided these two for the master, this one for Narendra, this one for Baburam. On the plate of sandesh, he carried the sweet tray to Balaram, to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna took the exact two sandesh he mentally decided. He took those two and just smiled at him. I know. Omniscience. There are many signs and avatar. Adishwarananda, he passed away, New York Swami. He used to make a joke. And now in America it is easy to become an avatar. You need 3 fanatic disciples, they will declare you are an avatar. And if you know if you can write your autobiography, that is very helpful. And if you do not know the language, that is more helpful. Because your disciples will declare you. He used to make a joke. Then one day I was telling him, some people take initiation and then go away, but how does it sometimes hurts? Why? It is America. Here people change husband, change wife, change guru. What is wrong? I was laughing. Americans, they change husband, change wife, change guru. Do you know what was in my mind when I was working daily with God? Here are some people, family people, husband, wife, children, divorce, death in the family, grief-stricken, bad character, visiting prostitutes, drunkard, all these characters, boom, come to Sri Ramakrishna. Maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, always remember, the disciples started to come in 1879. Ramakrishna in 1885 developed cancer, 1883 died. Only these few years, their contact with Sri Ramakrishna, that's transformation. That is called true religion, transformation. Religion is being and becoming, transformation. That I wanted to show, that here people come, raw material, touch Sri Ramakrishna, become philosopher's stones and become gold. How their lives if you read the lives of the householder disciples, how they transform, it is mind-boggling. Sometimes really it is so beautiful. You know, some people talk about Christ. Sell whatever you have, then follow me. That is Bible. Sell whatever you have, then follow me. It is a religion of the monastics. Then Buddha, too much renunciation. Sri Ramakrishna talked about the householder's life. It is extremely difficult for Sri Ramakrishna to demonstrate householder's life. Too much renunciation. You're gonna touch money, banks. Swamiji wanted tested him. Sri Ramakrishna was in the temple. He put a coin below his mattress. Sri Ramakrishna came. Oof, jole galo. Burning. Take the coin out. Below the mattress there is a coin. That also brought burning sensation for him. How can he manage family? Too much renunciation, too much samadhi. Householder's life is not, he cannot demonstrate it. Do you know what did he do? He demonstrated it through Holy Mother. She taught the contemplative life and active life, how can it be done simultaneously. That I work on two books, Sri Ramakrishna and the Divine Play and Sri Sharda Devi and the Divine Play. You can see that how the two lives go side by side. Householder's life. You see, householder's life is very vital, important. A monk does not come from the womb of a monk. They come from the womb of a woman. I sometimes say, a monk doesn't come from the womb of a monk. Among the four stations of life in Hinduism, Brahmachari, Garastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. Brahmachari's life, student's life, they do not earn money. Grihastha, householders, they earn money. And then Vanaprastha, retired life, then Sannyasi. These are the four stages of life. But do you know what? Householder's life is very, very vital. Why vital? If householder's life is shaky, the whole society becomes shaky. That is happening in America. 50% of marriage end in divorce. If you see the children of the broken home, you will cry. Tears will come from your eyes. Children are confused, take drugs, go wrong direction. You know, I am 46 years in America, I am watching what is going on in America. Householder's life is very, very important. That Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother showed. They got married and showed how to lead an household, ideal householder's life. I'm just telling you that, you know, Sri Ramakrishna is not only an avatar, a spiritual leader, but how we demonstrated what is right for us. Aim. Sir, what is the way? If you read the second entry of the Gospel of Ramakrishna, you will find how Sri Ramakrishna said the setup for the householder's life. I have started a series of lectures. When you read the Bible, what did you read? Gospel according to Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. These are the four Gospels of the Bible. Sri Ramakrishna's Gospel was recorded by 5 people. Generally we read Gospel of Ramakrishna by 8. The first Gospel was recorded by the Brahmos, Girish Chandra Sen. Second Gospel was recorded by Suresh Chandra Datta, 910 teachings of Ramakrishna. Third Gospel was recorded by Ramchandra Datta, another Abdul Raji's Thakur. Fourth Gospel was recorded by him, that we read generally. And the fifth Gospel was written by Brahmananda. I wrote a book, How to Live with God. In that book I gave a series of lectures that I wrote and put it there, how these Gospels are recorded, Sri Ramakrishna's teachings. Gospel of Ramakrishna is the unique literature in the religious history of the world. Even others have to admit it. No avatar's life came like day-to-day diary, persons, place, time, who were they, what are the conversation took place on that particular day. It is unique, documented history. I sometimes say that Ramakrishna incarnation, 2 things are very vital. One is the photograph. Camera does not lie. Camera does not lie. That photograph came through Kodak camera. Second, Gospel of Ramakrishna. You cannot have any doubt. About Buddha, Christ, you will have to imagine how they looked like. You cannot say Buddha was like this, or Christ was like this. These are all imagination, it came from human brain. Or sometimes some people's visions. Some people say into gods and goddesses, we see various images. Do you know how do they come? They meditate. And when they have visions, then they wrote a meditate mantra. For example, Kali. Om Meghanging Vigatam Varam Shabushiguriram Trinetram Param Karnalam Nirmunja Jugma Bhayadam Munja Srajam Vishanam Bamadurto Karam Mujanarashira Kargansa Segdetare Danaviti Bimukta Keshani Chayamande Sadakalikam. This saint has the vision of Kali, then wrote that meditation mantra. Based on the meditation mantra, the artists, the sculptors, they made this image. All Hindu gods and goddesses, the images you see, which comes from the meditation mantra. That is the way it works. Sri Ramakrishna played his divine play. He needed some hypocrites also. Hazra. Number 1 hypocrite. How Sri Ramakrishna appeared before him. Sir, is there any way? It was on Kalpataru Day, 1st January, Sri Ramakrishna became Kalpataru. Swamiji took Hazra to Sri Ramakrishna. No, let him go, let him go. No, sir, you will have to help him. It was Swamiji's nature. The moment you will see a weak person, down, he will bring that person to Sri Ramakrishna. So he will have to help. He was born with a Buddha's heart, Swamiji. So I was giving a lecture where, on 4th of July, last Sunday, I was giving a lecture in St. Louis. Swamiji told in Shakespeare Pasadena Club, if you live long, you will see I will be worshipped by people like God. In San Francisco in 1900, he said, within 10 years after my death, I will be worshipped as God. Swamiji said that. But madam, I have a little trouble. What trouble, Swami? I have to be born again. Why? I fell in love with human beings. I love human beings. Last year I was in Abu Dhabi. They asked me to give a lecture. I was told, don't talk about God. So I gave a lecture. Muslim country. So I gave a lecture, I love human beings. I told Vedanta and Vivekananda didn't mention God at all. I told them my philosophy, religion, everything I said, but I don't think God. I said, in Vedanta all human beings, God dwells in all human beings. I told you an example, do you know how does it work? Here are 4 billion cups of water. And here is the sun. What do you see? You see 4 billion reflected suns. So all these human beings are reflected gods. In your antakarana, in your mind, that Atman reflects. That is the reason we call human beings as divine. That Swamiji defined, how beautifully Swamiji said. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity by controlling nature. Do this either by worship or philosophy or psychic control. By one or more or all of these and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, dogmas, rituals are nothing but secondary details. That Swamiji told in Raja Yoga. He redefined religion for the Western world. Do you know why? Here, people have various kinds of concepts. I have a book called Dictionary of Thoughts. There are nearly 200 definitions of religions. Swamiji said, religion is realization, religion is being and becoming, religion is a manifestation of divinity already in human beings. Religion, the old religion said he was an atheist who did not believe in God. The new religion says he is an atheist who does not believe in himself. This is the way Swami Vivekananda redefined religion in the Western world. What is true religion? Sri Ramakrishna to women disciples, as I said, Gopal and Ma, she repeated 16 hours a day, 30 years, and had the vision of Gopala. I shall tell you one story of our life. Sri Ramakrishna passed away. I went to her house before it was demolished in 1970, December, I remember. It was a haunted house, broken. So disciples gave her a mosquito curtain so that she would not be bitten by mosquitoes. Whole night she was thinking that mosquito, if it is torn by the mouse and what would happen, this, and he was thinking about the mosquito curtain. Next morning he took the mosquito curtain and took the disciples and said, please take it back. Why? The thing which take away my mind from my Gopala, I don't want it. Think of it, how many things take away our mind from God? The thing which takes away my mind from God, I don't want it. Take it back. These people are not ordinary people, I tell you frankly. Age Ishwar, pore Jagat. First God, then the world. If you reverse it, you will be in trouble. That we are doing. Age Maya, first world, then God. Another woman I went to their house, Nistadini Devi, Nabogopal Ghosh's wife. She was the incarnation of a goddess. Sri Ramakrishna was very fond of that woman. One day she came to Dakshineshwar, and there are some cats. One mother cat had few kittens, was in Sri Ramakrishna's room. When she came, Sri Ramakrishna says, hello, I have some cats took shelter in me. Could you take them to home and give some food? These Kali temple people beat them, do not give them food, it hurts me. Please remember, they took refuge in me. Sir, whatever you say, I shall do. She took away the cats. And Sri Ramakrishna was very happy. If you take refuge in Sri Ramakrishna will look after you. Even the cats took refuge in Sri Ramakrishna looked after them. Once in Kamarpuku, a water was flowing during rain, a fish was near the feet of Ramakrishna. He took the fish, again dropped it in the pond. His nephew Rida said, "Uncle, why did you throw away the fish? We can eat them. Eat that fish." No. That fish took shelter in me, moving around my feet. I must rescue, I must save its life. You know, when we read the tiny stories of Sri Ramakrishna, we get so much joy and happiness. This woman, Miss Tarini Reddy, he has dropsy, bedridden. When Sri Ramakrishna is still alive in Kashipur, she used to make good sandesh from cheese and sugar mixed sandesh. She went to Sri Ramakrishna and said, "What do you want?" "Sir, I want to feed you." Cancer, only farina pudding and some kind of soft thing can go through the throat cancer. "All right, feed me." Took one sandesh. "Are you happy?" "No." "You'll have to eat more." Then he took another sandesh. "Are you happy now?" "No." "You will have to eat more," because Master was emaciated, cannot eat. "No, I shall not eat anymore. I shall eat through many mouths." Then, you know what happened? There was a famous Pandit, Shashada Tarko Churamani. He came to Sri Ramakrishna. Said, "Sir, there is a mantra in the Chandogya Upanishad. In war of Brahman, whatever they think, that thing will happen. Sir, if you put your mind on your throat and say, let that cancer go, immediately the cancer will go. You can heal this very moment." What kind of Pandit you are? "I gave my body to the Divine Mother. I cannot take it back." Then Brahmananda and Vivekananda insisted, "Sir, you will have to do it for us." "All right, I shall ask the mother." Then Sri Ramakrishna tactfully told the Divine Mother. They left the room. "Mother, it is hard for me to swallow any food. Could you do anything so that I can swallow a little food?" Immediately the Divine Mother said, "What? You are eating in every mouth. Is God. Your mouth, his mouth, my mouth. God eats through all of us. You are eating through every mouth, still you want to eat through in that one mouth?" Well, I hanged my head out of shame. When the disciples came, I could not, I told this, mother told me this. They knew that Master will give up on it very soon. I shall tell you one of my very interesting thing. One day I am in Kansas City. I was deeply thinking, my mind was not good meditation that day. Mind was very restless. I said, "Do you see the right side, the collarbone of Sri Ramakrishna?" I was started to think about that collarbone. I saw Sri Ramakrishna death picture I had. Sri Ramakrishna's body was emaciated, only skin and bone. Nearly 1 year he could not eat. So, but he kept his body for forming the future Ramakrishna Order. That is the reason. And he took sins from the people. That night, Swami Ramakrishna Order was on night duty. He was thinking, this is my Guru. Skin and bone. Eyes are in the socket. Then immediately Sri Ramakrishna looked at him. "Niranjan, if anybody sees me in this form, will be liberated. They will not have to practice any japa and meditation. Only seeing me will be liberated. But do you know? This body will not last long. This body will disappear very quickly. Then he took a bamboo and sat on the staff and sat in the door. Well, we will not allow anybody to see the master. No newcomers. Only the old timers can come. No newcomers are allowed. Because our Guru should live long. We wanted to protect his body. Do you know what happened? I saw, my mind was restless. I saw 20-25 minutes, my mind was absorbed in Sri Ramakrishna. I remember once in Kansas City, I was lecturing one Catholic woman. Her husband was a grain merchant, Midwest. Midwest is the breadbasket of America. So what happened? That woman came and said, Swami, I like to learn meditation. Could you teach me how to meditate? But I am not going to be a member of your society. I said, that's all right. I'm going to the church 25 years, attending the mass, but I'm not getting any peace. I said, well, you can meditate in many ways. You can meditate on the form, you can meditate on qualities, you can meditate on lila, divine play. Close your eyes, I told that lady, and visualize what I say. She closed her eyes. Jesus is walking through the street. The multitude followed Jesus. Jesus entered the house of Simon, Peter. Mary Magdalene came. She washed the feet of the Lord with her tears. She opened the alabaster box. No, then she wiped the feet with her long hair. Then she opened the alabaster box and anointed the feet of Jesus. And Jesus put his 2 hands on Mary's head and blessed her. Just visualize one scene after another and then you see or watch. You will see nearly 20-25 minutes you will do Jesus. That is called meditation on the Lila, divine play. Through visualization, through imagination, you can do many things. He had nurse in his room, so he went to the bathroom. And when he was coming, he was dizzy. So Sri Ramakrishna grabbed him and took him to bed. It is 1911. Sri Ramakrishna died in 1886. Then when the devotees came in the morning, he said, you people say Master does not exist. Master came and grabbed me and took me to bed last night. You know, when we read these stories, faith comes. Another, Sri Ramakrishna asked him not to get married, but his parents forced him to get married. He had 2 children. So once he decided to commit suicide, so he was thinking, before he commits suicide, I shall go take bath and go to the shrine, bow down to the master, then I shall commit suicide. What happened? He took bath, went to the shrine, then he was thinking, taking one message of Sri Ramakrishna, I shall take suicide. At random, he opened the Gospel of Ramakrishna. Do you know what will happen? M's record. Purno Balok Bhakto Thakur Purner Mongol Chinta Kuritechen. Purno at that time 12 years, 13 years old boy. Purno is a little boy devotee and Sri Ramakrishna is thinking about his welfare. What? Master is thinking of me and I shall commit suicide? Impossible. His life was saved. So, anyhow, I am glad that you people are here and Vedanta Society hopefully will be formed in Ireland. We are very optimistic about it, and Swami Chetanananda is here and Swami Chetanananda is also is coming, so I'm very happy. And then I just came last year. I was in Darjeeling, where Nivedita passed away, and this year I thought, well, if I go to London, I came just yesterday from New York. Then I thought it would be too much. No one let me go, so I came Ireland. That is the main reason. And England I came several times, but this Ireland I have never been there. This is the first time. So that is the story. So I shall not. You now give me water.
So thank you very much, Maharaj, for giving us. Unfortunately, we can't keep you here. And so, but your books are around, and it's not. I'm not promoting the books. It sounds like I'm promoting the books, but they live with God. God lives with them. These are two beautiful books, and there are many others. And that's the beauty about recording all of these things. And it is only through describing the impacts that these great avatars and inspiring giant waves that come from time to time and leave their mark for thousands of years. It inspires everybody, regardless of race, color, creed, religion. Now we were going to have some questions. But
Yeah, very short, not too many questions. Ask me any questions. Where have to go?
we may have time for one or two.
Please ask me questions.
Yeah. If there are no questions, there are no answers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how many people do you think place God first and the world second?
Very few. Religion, true religion. Nivedita. Swamiji was announcing. Is there anybody here who can raise two hands and stand on the street and say that only I want God and God alone? Raise your hands. Nivedita only answered mentally. Heart education. Phenomena. Do you know why we are Swami Vivekananda has inspired me. I tell you frankly. Do you know why? I saw this person is 100% unselfish. Zero selfishness. And this person dedicated his life for the good of humanity. That became my ideal. That is the reason I became monk. To get married and have few children, that everybody does. That is a very common job, It does not need any extra brain. But how to sacrifice my life for the good of others, that inspired me. And as you see, that very few people. And there, as Christ says, ye are the salt of the earth. They are really blessed people. If you read that God lived with them, if you read, these people are very, very, not that everybody is very learned. Among Swami Ramakrishna disciples, only 2 persons are graduates, Swamiji and Vivekananda. Some are fully illiterate, but they are all notes of Brahman. Ask me any question you like. Yes?
Do you put the God first or the world first?
Huh? I tried, still I am holding this one. God first to me. That is truly speaking, I met God first in my life, then myself. And I get joy when I remember I was very sick, coming from Kansas City to St. Louis, American Airlines. So I sat at the back. So one air hostess came to me, that girl was asking, why are we here reconciliation from? And I don't feel good today. So that girl became a little compassionate toward me. She sat down and began to chat with me. Then I said, I am a monk. Then when I was leaving, that girl stopped me. Before you leave, give me a word of wisdom. That girl stopped me on the only way. Can you really want a word of wisdom? Yes. Love and serve. That is enough for you. Love people and serve people. That is my motto. I want to love people, I want to serve people. Serving people, I really get joy. That is the reason I was started to, I maybe, some monks go to the Himalayas and practice tapasya in the cave. To me, that person is selfish. Do you know why? He's seeking his own liberation. That did not inspire me. I stayed in the Himalayas sometimes in the Mayavati. I thought that I am selfish. I am seeking only own liberation. That time I can serve others. That is the reason I took my writing. I wrote in 3 languages and over 40 books. And 1250 lectures I gave. All are recorded. So I thought this is the way I want to serve people. At this, that's really, I tell you frankly, that is where I get joy. I really get joy. Otherwise I will not be in the monastery. Girish Ghosh said, if I would not get joy, I would not go to Ramakrishna second time. Girish's book, what is transformation? Yes, you raised your hand.
Maharaj, just when you spoke earlier about doubt, even of people who, householders particularly, who yearn for God or even get a sense or a glimpse, in what way can a householder eradicate doubt in a practical way?
Do you know? I have a suggestion in that respect. Put your life in a routine. Morning, I shall meditate, read. I asked one Swami, could you teach me, Swami, what Brahmananda taught you? He taught me, as if you in your home, you must have a little shrine. That is your meditation corner. If you have a separate room, fine. If not, give a corner of a room or give a little space, wall space. That is your place for meditation. Keep some holy books that will give you holy company. Puja, part, and repeat mantra if you have a guru, if not, and meditation. This way, you make a habit. You see, character must change. What is character? If you read the first page of Karma Yoga, Vivekananda, you will see how he defined character. Whatever you do, whatever you think, they leave some impressions in the mind. The sum total of those impressions form habit, and habit forms character. You don't need Encyclopedia Britannica to understand what character is. How beautifully Swamiji explained it. So, character. So, habit in the morning and evening. And you go to your work, do your own duties, and night time after supper, you must read 15 minutes Gospel of Ramakrishna. That will give you holy company. I tell them, husband, wife, children, sit together, read the Gospel of Ramakrishna. Then you if you spend 2 hours a day, within 3 months you will see a change in your life. I remember one man came and said, Swami, I'm retired, 24 hours mine, tell me what shall I do? I said, really? I can transform your life in no time. Well, how? 8 hours a day. You sleep. 8 hours a day, you eat and work, whatever you do. 8 hours a day, you come to spiritual life. Morning, 1 hour, meditation, study, 1 hour, 2 hours. Noon, 1 hour meditation, 1 hour study. Evening, 1 hour meditation, 1 hour study. At night, 1 hour meditation, 1 hour study. 8 hours, break it. Within 3 months, you will see your life has been transformed. But Swami, I may end up in mental hospital. Swami, I may end up in mental hospital if I follow. But you told me that 24 hours are yours. So I gave you what? I gave you a prescription of 24 hours. All right, please don't keep us delayed for a long time. So I have a long day yesterday. Yes, yes.
Jai Jai Janan.
Jai Jai Janan. Yeah, the guitar can accompany. He does.
1 second, 1 second. Do it.
You've been rehearsing.
Sorry, I don't want to drop my.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, baby.
Jaya Jaya Janani, Jaya Shri Saranamani, Jaya Jaya Janani, Jaya Shri Saranamani, Karuna Rupini Jaya Ma, Karuna Rupini Jaya Ma. Karini Ma.
this is this. I will take Maharaj into the room. We all stand up, we put the chairs back, and then